Hi, this is a demonstration video for a Yamaha receiver, natural sound, model R-30. This is a 2-channel receiver with basically 25 watts per channel and 8 ohms. I'll show you the back for starters here. Here's your serial number for reference. I'll have this for sale on eBay. There's your model number. So this unit for outputs has got a left and right channel, and it's got a total of 4 speaker outputs. So there's left and right for the A set of speakers, and then a left and a right for the B set. Just the lower ones for the B. So you can run 4 speakers at once if you want to. And there's some AC connections here if you want to plug other components or devices into it. For inputs, there is a tape playback input and the record out if you are doing some recording for cassette recording or whatnot for that. Then there is a phono input, so I've got a record player hooked up to this. I'll show you that work. There's auxiliary input here. I have a small just a digital voice recorder hooked up to this one. I'll show you that. And then of course you've got your ground, which right now I've got this ground hooked to the record player, so that it prevents some of the hum that you get sometimes with record players. And then you've got your AM antenna connections. I just got a basic cheapy loop antenna hooked into this. Loop antenna being this one right here. Just something that typically came with these units. And then I just got an FM antenna, just a piece of wire hooked here to get some signal for that input for the tuner. And yeah, that's about it. It's like I say, it's not a crazy unit or anything. It's just a pretty straightforward system, but it works well. Sounds good. This one's silver in color, and it's actually in pretty good condition. It works quite well. The underside is kind of boring to look at, but it's kind of nice. If you need to work on it, there's a service door. This panel can come off here. If you need to work on the electronics from the underside, you can. And around the front, we've got selected tuner at the moment. It does AM and FM. Okay. So I've got that. That works good. The function on the radio is really simple. You've got your FM and AM selection here. You can program in up to 5 memory channels here. And then this is your up and down tuning. And to set a memory, let's say if you wanted this particular station tuned in to your memory, you just hit memory, and then you just press that button for the first memory location, and that's all it is to save program. I don't know for how many days this will hold memory. Let's say you unplugged it, but I did replace the capacitor inside that helps hold that memory, so it should hold it for several days. I'm sure if you're moving this unit from one room to another and you had to unplug it, it would hold that. I've had it off the power for a good week or more and plugged it back in and it still had all of its memory after I replaced that capacitor. So here's your speaker selection here. I've got 2 sets of speakers hooked to it here, and I'll show you later that those both work. And yeah, you can select AM or FM, and then as you know, the tuning is just a button. There's no knob, and it's kind of interesting. So you tune right or left, and it will only tune to the very end. It doesn't go back to the start. So if you want to tune the other way, you just go back down. And if you hold it in, it will eventually scan to a point where it finds a station and it'll stop on it. See, it stopped on this one. So
left to go. Third quarter, Hawks on.
So that one locked in. So it does lock in to 2 strong stations. And while you're in FM mode, you can either turn the stereo part on or off. You know, that just either makes it stereo or mono. You know, sometimes if maybe you were not on a strong station, you know, that might give you a little bit clearer audio possibly if you put that to mono, take it off of stereo. But this receiver works pretty good. I've had pretty good luck with picking up quite a few stations in the house here with just a wire connected to the antenna input. There's a bass extension here. This is just
right. I think you're just trying to make this conversational, and you're just trying to trick people.
It's hard to hear what that's doing, but it just offers you a little bit more bass when you turn that on. And then here's your typical tone controls. You got your bass, treble, loudness controls, and then your balance for left and right, right and left. Really simple. Then you've just got your inputs here. Right now I've got a CD player on this tape monitor, so I'll press that, and so I got that going. I can't play it too long because I'll get a copyright strike from YouTube. But if you want to turn that sound off, you just hit it again. And then it goes back to the tuner or whatever is selected. So that tape monitor kind of overrides these, and then you just toggle it by turning it, pressing it on and off. Really simple. The phono here. Let me start my record player up here real quick. Get that going. And I'll show you that the phono inputs work. Some people still are using record players, and this definitely works well with that. So the phono's working good. Got this video aux input, which I have hooked to this little voice player, which is playing just some practice music my son made with the piano. So that's working. So all inputs are working. The tuner's working fine on both AM and FM. All the speakers are working too. So if I turn these off, of course there's no sound. You can turn on the B, which are my black speakers back there. And then if I click it, turn it off, and I click turn on A, those are the outer speakers. So those are working fine. And you can run both of them at the same time too. So, you know, if you had some speakers run out to a different room or something, you could independently control those from there. And then you just got a set of headphone jacks here, 1/4 inch. It's just typical typical headphone jacks, not the small ones you find today with smartphones. But yeah, that's really about all there is to it. It's very simple, straightforward, very easy to use, and it has a really good sound to it. I can turn this. Let's see. Here. We can go back to phonograph. Oh, put on my speakers. Yeah, I wish I could play more music, but I could play this piano. So yeah, it's a nice unit. Had no problems with it. And that's the end of my demo. Thanks for watching.